for the Esports World Cup presenting League of Legends. Let's see who's going to be able to take that trophy with them and who's going to witness the last key being destroyed for the League of Legends competition.
It's a lot of tension going into this first game. And one thing to keep in mind as we head into this very first early game, the level one's, just a bit of a 5-point start here.
On both sides here as the battle for lane control on the bottom side of the map starts off at almost 2 minutes in, very, very early. So far, it is control here for Top Esports, as now Faker is looking for a solo kill. He flashes over the damage of the rocket jump, and now the minions are doing so much work. Blood picked up with the help of his friends, and Cream on the board so early.
We had a similar issue domestically in the LCK recently, where Faker looked for a level 1 all into the Tristana and
as he rotates over, walks across a ward though. And Faker looking to try and get some damage down while he can with his jungler in the mid lane. So T1 trying to get back some control, but you can see the gold lead starting to stack up as the magical journey is very short. Cosmic Binding's going to come through still. The flash forward, and Tien is going to help Mako try and lock down this kill onto the bar. There's the last auto, and there's the second kill for Top Esports.
So much value coming out, and now Guma is in so much trouble. He has sums, but no one there to help him. This is a really easy dive.
Well, let's see what they can actually do here, how clean it's going to be as he dashes through the turret. Mako tanks it up, and it is absolutely free here for Top Esports, picking up their third.
2 big wins here in the early game for Top Esports. The kill.
Laning. And it just feels like T1 are kind of desperate for a point of pressure right now in their lanes. And as a result of that lack of pressure, they haven't been able to make a move towards that dragon. They obviously lost out when it came to the Grubs overall. And with this pressure, you can see bot and mid. They're gonna try and make a gank happen though.
Yeah, Carrier comes on over with the magical journey, flashes through the Winter's Bite as now Jackie Love's in so much trouble. Gumayushi's gonna pick up the first one for T1, and that's exactly who you want the money going to. As now Tien looking to try and answer as Faker under his inner turret. That's a very optimistic gank, but they're still going to get so much free time with this outer.
They want to get something out of it. Unfortunately, Daisy not going to have the same explosive impact as the ult coming out from Owner. That's how you want to use that. Meanwhile, Faker.
Oh yeah, Arrow comes in. Owner is going to turn up though. They do manage to get the plants out as Cream. He's slowed down, but he's out of turret range. And goes on. T1's going to have to find some explosions here in the mid-game. This is not necessarily looking like it's going their way, though, as Zeus fighting with 369. Daisy gets amongst it. She should be able to get a knock-up here as the flash comes in. The all-out is down as well, but I think Zeus is going to struggle to get himself out of this. Does get the shield back, but still, he's going to be taken out. Teleport a little bit late here, but it's still coming through as Faker wanting to clean this one up. The big one comes down. Flash comes out from 369. There's another rocket does come on through, but Daisy is just being so frustrating here for the Yordle. Does get the 50 gold, but Tien is still chasing after him. A few more autos. There's the flash. I don't know whether they're ever going to get to team fights. You're exactly right, Wolf. Like,
he's
just destroying all these turrets.
It's a second turret. He picked up so many plates. He just cashed out a Cole. He's got unlimited money at 14 minutes into the game as the plates fall. He doesn't care.
100 gold.
Yeah. Then now Zeus isolated here. Faker has to come over.
Yeah, and meanwhile under the bottom side, it is going to be 369. Oh, he catches the arrow, and Jackie Love is able to take down Owner from downtown. Oh, that's just unfair. They're still able to keep pushing forward, but that is damage done. And T1 are going to still try and trade, right? Because they lost an inner turret on the top side. They are priced into this, but they're going to run out of minions. And now 369's going for it.
Oh, no!
Lens comes in. He gets cut up. It is going to be the turret falling, but was it worth it? I don't think so. Faking out.
Completely slaughtered it. And the fact that the Tristana is so strong and the Ivan has a lot of gold. Now they are looking for 369 on the top side, but the wave's gone.
Yep, it's a lot of people up here. And the Crocodile, like you say, doesn't have a lot of minions to contend with, but there is Shelly that's going to pop her way in, and Arrow is going to sail by as the magical journey is going to be there. Carrier gets his way out with the magical journey, but meanwhile on the other side of the map, Zeus is getting the same treatment. He does have access to his all-out as Tien looks to try and get him. There's the kill in the 1v3. The man still got it as he dashes over the wall. Still, Cream's got a rocket jump. He'll be able to follow it up, but a 1-for-1 in the bottom lane towards the armor penetration now, so the money that Zeus gets going to feel less and less relevant with luxury items like that being built up. Still, T1 looking for a team fight. Mako throws down the door. And the arrow is going to connect once again. It's on to Owner as he's taken down to half health. The redemption comes in and he has nowhere to go. Knocked into the sky and taken down. There's a fight on the bottom side of the map as well, as Gumayusi has to ult just to try and defend this inhibitor turret pre-20 minutes. Faker now fighting against 369, keeps himself alive as Zeus is there, as his defender. 369 almost getting there. We pop back and Faker is able to end it in the end.
There's a Corki into a Braum, into an Ivan. So much of your damage can be blocked.
Oh, there's a Tempered Fate, though. They're going to look to see whether they can grab themselves a pick. The extended beam comes in, but Jackie Love just flashes away. The arrow comes through, and Zeus is the one taking all of the fire. Generally, that's an okay thing for the tank, but they have so much damage. Worried about it now. Nexus turrets are just falling left, right, and center. Only one remaining here, as Top Esports an absolute statement here in game number 1. Here's that last-ditch effort for T1, but it is too little, and it is going to be too late as Top Esports, they should make quick work of this last remaining turret and then get to work on the Nexus. Absolute domination from the undefeated team here at EWC. And is that going to continue? Sometimes you just don't get what you want, and instead it's a different, very strong bottom lane. As Mako with counter pick option, what has he got into the Renata? And it looks like it might just be another round of Braum.
Yeah, not really going to be a fun 2v2 in that matchup, but the Braum shield has quite a lot of value in this situation, you know, being able to block a lot of the spears being stacked up by the Callista. So definitely going to be a bit more on the defensive end when it comes to 2v2 laning. Obviously, Braum as well just have a strong level 1.
TP, this has been a disaster a few times.
And he thought that they'd backed as well as, oh dear. Okay, that is first blood going over to Jackie Love as Mako tanks up the turret happily. If anything, Faker has just saved his top laner, but can they actually find something more? As the Foxfires come on in, 369 going to be the first target. He gets under the turret, but the charm will find him. And now Tien's moved the wrong way. He wants to take a ward for his trouble, but he will burn down instead.
This will cost him a little bit of farm here, but he was already up on farm, already had mid controlled. Zeus?
Yeah, Zeus just comes back. Faker completes his back as the scrap shield will come on in. But 369 will pick up the return solo kill.
Yeah, Zeus really fumbling on the back of what was a great play, and now we're getting some contest over these grubs, but Zeus isn't here to back up.
That is going to be one of them taken by Tien as Cream moving on in. He will have to go back to his soul, which could mean a 3 versus 1. Make it a 4 versus 1. So Tien is sort of left in the lurch. He kind of knew it was going to happen. Still has to snap back to that unbound soul. As flash forward. Okay, Tien going to be the target, and he's going to return the favor. They find Faker just by himself after the buy overextends, and Tien on about 50 health just walks away. Still be able to head on over there. Oh, now might be Mako getting caught out as Zeus is moving on in here. Does have the equalizer up and available, and Mako, he is not going to get them to use it. Never mind! There goes the equalizer, and they had to invest a couple of ultimates in the end.
With his pick potential, and this is a pretty long fight.
Yeah, the rend has to be used. There's a flash forward from Jackie Love. He lines up the Mystic shot. Oh! Manages to tank the turret with the barrier. Just beautiful.
The fact that they're just going to get this tier 2 bot, it's such a huge influx of gold. Oh.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous as Mako throws out the ulti, looks to interrupt Owner as he walks his way in, but the teleport from Zeus should mean this bottom laner going down as Mako able to walk his way out. The Foxfire is enough to do it though as Faker picks up another one. That quickly. And so she will be helping out. Tien taking a fair bit of damage though as Owner gets back over the wall. Equalizer, they're all lined up on top, and now the barbecue begins. The ultimate out there from Cream is decent. Still hit by the hostile takeover though as he flashes away. There's the cease and desist as Jackie Love looks to try and get himself out of it. But once again, it's his Flame Spitter that's doing all the work. A double kill for Gumayusi, and they'll take the turret on top. Top Esports have to go for a reset, and at that point, then they can safely take down the Baron. But it's suffocation here and not wanting to make any risks on this map as Mako possibly caught out. There's a handshake. He puts up the door. He's soaking a lot of damage, but Faker dives in. He picks up Tien, who does have the twisted advance to try and get forward, but Zeus, it's once again the barbecue, and Faker is taken down. Trees on top of it. Jackie Love dies off the back end. Faker, he even had the bailout available. He was never going to die, and that is a clean ace for T1.
Such a decisive victory from T1 to bounce back on this one. They don't risk the Baron flip, and when the engage comes through, they connect on every single target. 5-0 ace, looking to end the game here.
Mako has to check. They have no vision. Somebody has to go in. If they don't, the Baron is lost. They walk right in to this chain CC composition. The snipe from Zeus with the equalizer, and T1 are going to equalize this series.
Yeah, and that is stomp after stomp, but on other sides of the Rift, ladies and gentlemen, as the Nexus goes down.
Use that fast clear speed to heavily impact bots. So if you're playing, you know, something that is squishy, something that is vulnerable into Draven Nautilus, you're going to have a bad time. So they instead go for the Renata. Pretty good matchup in the Nautilus. Obviously, Top Esports already banned away the Braum, which could have been another defensive pick, but the main goal here is to try and mitigate that aggressive pressure Top Esports have brought out in the bot lane.
My biggest...
That's all we've been seeing with this Azir Corki matchup these days. There's the Flash Emperor's Divide, though the spear is going to connect, and first blood goes to Owner in a blink of an eye. Honeyfruit to speed his way out. Oh, the Whirling Death comes in as 369 still chasing. Jackie Love is punished, though, and Owner's just going to execute him. I was watching the picture-in-picture, and he just pops.
Oh, it's such bad news for Top Esports, and now they're going to get punished again. 2 members underneath this tower. Remember, Tien has no flash.
Oh, hostile takeover comes on through, and that's going to be an easy pickup. Tien, the one in trouble, and Zeus able to tank up that turret so comfortably they can reset as Cream. Decent, but the Dragon has been started here by Top Esports. Owner off to the side, wanting to stay hidden as he throws out these spears. Jackie Love moving back. See where Gumiushi is going to fire that arrow as Carrier with the information. Handshake now on cooldown.
Fantastic
and the
angle
Dragon
for
going down lower and lower.
Just fighting it out slowly.
Yeah, there's the hook finally going to connect there as now Zeus dives in. He finds the Q, and there's the all-out special delivery from the T1 top laner, but Tien, he's going to survive. Jackie Love gets one back, but now Gumiushi is free hitting in the back line, and it's a double kill for Owner. It almost looked okay until it was domination for T1.
Stack's going to get reset again.
Falling down, but thankfully the GOAT's going to be there to help him out. They were able to take the last one, and now a teleport is coming in. T1, they want to get themselves towards Soul Point as the spear almost does it, but it's going to be the secure hook. He's going to connect onto Carrier, but the hostile takeover comes in. The flash gets him out of there, and now it's T1 able to turn it. The flash from Owner almost gets on top of Jackie Love, and it's Faker that finishes the job. Double knock-up, but it doesn't matter. T1 crush another team fight.
An absolute greedy fight from T1. No Emperor's Divide.
But as soon as you start moving up with a slow on, you know, they're just getting another kill off the back of this.
Flash.
And I think the only thing that could really come close to costing T1 this game is if they overcommit into like a big Stranglethorns.
Oh, he's going to come through there as it's Carrier that's possibly caught out, but he just kills Mako. He's going to be going down. Yep. A dredge line there though, so not going to invest the flash, but oh no, as soon as the volley lands, the handshake definitely lands, and he's not able to get himself out. Mako dead once again.
Yeah, I love how they... Oh, Zeus looking.
There's the all-out as Owner is going to dive on forward. 1 versus 3 theoretically here for Zeus as the arrow is going to sail by. Looked fantastic. Emperor's Divide does nothing. Does it matter? I'm not entirely sure because Faker's still going to be able to kill Tien off the back end of it. Teleport coming in. Another possible chance for a flank here for 369. Does he manage to get on top of Gumiushi? That's the question. The flash has to come through. He still had the GA. The Sterix comes down. Zeus is dead. And there it is. He manages to get rid of him. And a kill for 369. Finally, the Croc gets what he's looking for. Harry is happy to just press the button.
369's caught.
369's going to get caught out of position. He flashes towards Carrier, but he just keeps him at arm's length. And the Crocodile will be taken down to his GA. And now Top Esports desperate to find some sort of retaliation. But the flash is now down. All the inhibitors going to be down. There is 1 Nexus turret left available. And T1 should be able to get rid of that one as well. There's the knockoff from Dracula, but he cleanses and flashes, gets himself out of the way. Still Zeus gets on top of the Draven, and the Nexus will just explode. T1, match point here at EWC.
Had to be patient with it, but they managed to close it out. Even
doesn't necessarily add as much value as it would if there was a Tristana here on the side of Top Esports, but Tien's still going to lock that one in. And there is that Xayah Rakan, the Lovers duo here. The Gumiushi Carrier, I think it was 2022, looked the most powerful on. I think the Lovers duo have fallen in priority over the years, but still very, very scary.
I mean,
gives him enough of an idea as to what's going on here. As there goes the blue buff. Tien possibly out of position though, as Kerry is going to move on over first. Gumayusi and Jakilov are fighting. No more play caller going to be available. The heal comes in to make sure Gumayusi is safe, and Tien is in so much trouble. Faker's going to come over. That's first blood for Gumayusi, and Arcane Shift
But you're still an Ivern, you know? Maybe with a different jungler, you could have gotten more out of that.
And Ona, full knowledge of what's going on here. Tien not going to be able to land anything, and Ona's going to grab the second kill onto this tree. 369, he could do nothing but watch. Such a teleport to come in though, as you can see Faker wanting that flank angle. He's on this ward. They're wanting to find that opportunity. The Glacial Prison does go wide. There's the grand entrance, and there is the last breath to land on the Cream. The flash over the wall. The Corki going to be taken out of the fight, but can they win the rest of it? Is going to be the question. The equalizer avoided relatively well. The slowdown on Mako, but the health bar on 369 is massive. He goes all out. He's dancing around the fight. His Faker against the shield, and the Steel Tempest will take down 369 in the end. The flash forward from Mako, the desperation, but the feathers are there, and so is Jakilov. He's dashing forward. He's trying to find these low health bars. There's Guma. He's flashing the triple kill for Jackie. Make that a quadra. And Top Esports are back in the game.
It's the bag, but it would be. Wait a second.
Yeah, Ona's not going to be able to find the knockup.
Yeah,
able to get himself out of the way.
It would be huge if Top Esports get it, but also just the cinders, the extra ability haste of Corki and Edge can be so massive.
Yeah, Solar Flare coming on through. That is going to be Cream teleporting on top of an equalizer that was put down for the minion wave. All out comes in. Carrier just quickness to make sure that everyone's charged, but the double Q will connect. 369 likely to go down, but they'll take a 2-for-1 any day of the week in this game state.
Here in exchange, but it is going to be a turret for turret. First brick going,
okay.
However,
T
T1.
instead. Sorry, that was a play. Wait, T instead.
Yeah, still a squishy Ivan. You know, nothing's
dangerous around that fight.
And now Jakilov can play up aggressively in mid, start to harass with the poke, and T1 want to find an engage to stop it from happening.
Yep, Solar Flare is going to come on through here as Daisy's going to get knocked up. Faker goes in with the ulti on to Mako, who's taken out by the Sejuani of all people's. Zeus off to the side with that equalizer. Doesn't do a massive amount. Tree line, so to speak, that's Tien's going to put up. This could be big, and there it is. Tien already taking so much damage. The redemption comes down, but it doesn't let Jackie love. He dies in the blink of an eye. They traded for the Rumble, though. 369 still trying to get out of there as Gumayusi trying to chase through, and Faker is able to clear up the rest of them. They didn't even need the Xayah in the fight, as it turns out, as Cream is going to die. Gumayusi comes in, some casual auto attacks, and who cares about Dragon when you can kill a purple worm?
And what a beautiful approach to the team fight. You saw T1. Oh, another TP coming in here from Fit. He's just back again.
Better type vibes as the equalizer does go down, and Jakilov, he wants Arcane Shift over. He needs to, but he's still dead. 800 on the Baron play so far is okay. That's an aggressive move as Carrier once again taking matters into his own hands. Doesn't even go down as they've taken one for now. This might be an opportunity though. They all out, but Ona, he is out. He's just going to walk away from it. The front line is just kind of limping after that, but that's all they need to do. As T1's push is at least going to be stopped. Featherstorm, and Gumayusi just throws the feathers at him and he dies. Wards. All 5 members grouped up. They're looking for the goat. Faker not going to give his back to 369. There was a Solar Flare. Lands on it too, and there is the Q. It's a follow-up. Going to be enough. Carrier says absolutely, and then gets himself out of there. Faker could be in trouble though, and Top Esports stand their ground. Yeah, Gumayusi out of vision. Carrier is going to walk over that controller as this Dragon is going down low. The ulti's going to go wide there from Ona though, as you can see 369 looking to keep Carrier out. There's the Infernal Soul though, and the equalizer is phenomenal. The grand entrance from Carrier once again as Faker is going to flash on top of Tien. The all-out comes through from 369, but he's just dead because now there's a Xayah in the fight. It's a clean ace, and T1 are looking to take their last Nexus of EWC.
The team fighting is excellent. The target selection is supreme. T1 have ramped up over the tournament and are looking to end this game.
Such a great flank from Carrier spotted, but this team is in position to follow up. No one can punish him, and the Rakan with a grin on his face is gonna get it done.
The Nexus will fall, and T1 will be your first Esports World Cup presenting League of Legends winners. High fives around for the team, and there is the huge grin that Carrier deserves.
Absolute dominant performance from Carrier in this international. Coma goes directly to him. He's jumping up and down. He knows he's earned this win for T1. There were a lot of doubters coming into this finals, us included. Everyone was leaning top Esports. The draft adaptation was fantastic. T1 bringing out the Yasuo in the final game. And they're going to get to lift that trophy.
An incredible performance from the world champions, and I think a lot of people were doubting whether they were going to do it. Mako, of course, is sat across from Faker.